Welcome to the Slowdown, a space to pause, breathe, and come back to yourself. I'm Catherine, and each episode will take a few minutes to slow down, check in with our bodies and minds, and find a little ease in our day. So grab a warm drink, get comfy, and let's settle in together. Hello, I hope you had a wonderful week, and if you didn't, there's space here for that too. It's been a big week for me. Launching this podcast has been so exciting and left my system feeling heightened. Even in all the positivity, I could feel myself getting a little ungrounded. I noticed the signs. I was moving fast. My mind was racing, and there was a fluttery feeling in my chest. These aren't bad sensations, and honestly, they helped me get things done. My creativity was high, and I had a ton of energy, but I also knew I needed somewhere for my system to land. So I intentionally scheduled a bath into my week. I turned off the lights, lit a candle, and played soothing music just to give my body a place to soften and settle. And it got me thinking about connection. Specifically, how we know when we're connected to ourselves and how we know when we're not. Culturally, we've taken on this idea that the goal is to always be happy, calm, grounded, centered, regulated. And when we're not, there must be something to fix. We have productivity hacks, nervous system hacks, health hacks, a way to optimize, as if we are machines that just need the right upgrade. But what if we stop trying so hard to be a certain way? What if instead we practice simply noticing what's here right now and then made a choice from that place? For me, that awareness starts with recognizing what disconnection actually feels like in my body and in my behavior. I notice it most when life speeds up, when my calendar is full, when I'm rushing, when I'm saying yes to too many things and not letting myself land in between. That's when I start to feel the drift. My window of tolerance shrinks, which means I get more easily frustrated. I snap at the people I love. I feel short, impatient, scattered. My jaw might be clenched, my breath more shallow. Those are my early signs. My body telling me, "Hi, let's connect." Becoming aware of disconnection isn't about getting it perfect either. It's about learning your cues, your signals, the little moments that say something feels off. It's not about fixing yourself, but noticing yourself. That alone is a shift, a very important one. The more I integrate awareness into my days, like taking one slow breath before diving into a new task, or pausing long enough to feel my feet on the floor, the more connected I stay to myself. Sometimes it's as simple as needing to eat or drink some water. Sometimes I just need a hug from someone who my nervous system can co-regulate with. The goal isn't to always be regulated or aligned. Life just doesn't work that way. But we can get quicker at noticing when we've drifted, and from there we can choose differently. So, let's get into a somatic practice that invites you to return to yourself. Find a spot that you feel comfortable in. You can lie down, you can sit in a chair, and wherever you are, start to let your body settle into whatever is supporting you. Noticing the points of contact, maybe your feet on the ground, your glutes in your chair, maybe your back against your bed or the floor. Feel gravity holding you there. And start to inhale slowly through your nose and exhale through your mouth with a soft sigh. Let your exhales be a little longer than your inhales. This cues your nervous system towards safety and regulation. Let's take one more breath together, inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the mouth. Maybe your eyes start to close or your gaze softens. Place one hand on your chest and one hand on your belly or anywhere that feels comforting. Maybe your ribs, your shoulders, or your thighs. Feeling the warmth and weight of your hands. Feel your breath under your palms. And notice what's happening inside. Without trying to change anything, simply observe. Is your heart beating fast or slow? Is your breath shallow or deep? Do you feel pressure, fluttering, heaviness, numbness, or tension anywhere? You're not trying to fix anything here. You're just meeting it. And then choose a place that feels tight or braced. And we'll start to invite a tiny bit of softness there. Maybe your jaw unclenches. Maybe your shoulders drop just a millimeter. Maybe your belly releases a little. It doesn't have to be dramatic. The body responds to small signals of safety. If you're sitting, maybe you start to sway slowly, like a tree in the wind. Maybe you roll your shoulders up towards your ears and then down your back. Maybe you rock your body front to back. Rocking is especially nourishing to our nervous systems. It sends a cue that you are supported and safe. You can stay here for as long as you would like. And maybe silently or out loud, you might say, I'm here. I don't have to rush. I'm allowed to pause. Stay here for as long as you'd like, and you can always pause this until you're ready to continue. Here are some journal prompts, and I will add them to the episode notes as well. What are the early signs that I'm becoming disconnected from myself? What does my body, my mood, or my behavior start to show me? And what are the small things that help me come back into connection? Some people notice it in their breath, some in their thoughts, some in how they speak to others or how quickly they get overwhelmed. Bringing awareness to those cues makes room for choice, not perfection, but presence. Let's take another slow breath in and a soft breath out. As we move into the darker time of year here in Canada, I've been thinking of ways to bring movement to more people from the comfort of their homes, so we don't have to trek out in snowstorms to move our bodies or find connection. So I'm figuring out a setup to offer some online yoga classes throughout the winter months. I will share more details as they come. Maybe this week we start to notice the signs, not with judgment or urgency, just awareness. Maybe you take one slow breath before responding. Maybe you unclench your jaw when you catch it tightening. Maybe you place a hand on your chest and ask, "What do I need right now?" Disconnection isn't failure. It's just a signal. It's your body calling you back. So as you move through the week, I invite you to stay curious. Notice when you're speeding up. Notice when you feel far away from yourself. And offer yourself even 10 seconds of pause to soften, to come back to the body you're living in. You don't have to change your whole life to feel connected. You just have to remember that you have a body and it's been waiting for you. Wishing you a week of small returns, the kind that help you come home to yourself again and again. I'm so glad you are here.